I seen an ad on the TV for people to come down here and to learn how to cook, and if they wanted to have a meal. So a couple of weeks ago I came down, or about 6 or 7 weeks ago, I came down here and I said I want to volunteer to help out. He says, oh, come back tomorrow at, I'm not sure, 10:30 or 12 o'clock. Today is Thursday the 27th of July. Anyway, this place, the Phil Beach Hall, yeah? So St. Hubert's Church. So I came down here and I said, he says, come back tomorrow. So I met this girl, this South American girl. They're all Catholics in here mostly. He says, come down tomorrow. So I came back, this hour full of volunteers, have something to eat, sit down. So I come down here with a bit of grub and a bit of company, but I started to notice that they're a bit weird in here. So yesterday, after the 6 weeks was up, they asked me, they sent some person over to me, said, oh, have you got any physical problems? I says, I've got a couple of physical problems, one or two. But then they give me this form and said to sign it. But I looked at it real quickly. And it said mental health issues. And you agreed to be mentally assessed and all if you signed this form, but they never said anything to that to me. So what I done was I run 3 lines through it real quick, and I put non-applicable on it, yeah? Where it said that. So that means the whole thing has a stamp, and non-applicable by me. Yeah, but they tried to get me to sign it first, then they mentioned the mental. Have you got any mental health issues? I says, no. So this place here has no cameras in it. So what they're doing is they're calling people down here as volunteers, and they're calling in the homeless to be fed. But then they're asking them to fill out these forms after they gain that trust, and they're calling people that say they have mental health issues, because if they sing or they dance or anything like that, they're trying to keep them down. Now I wonder how many of my Galatian brothers have suffered the same thing. There's a lot of faggots running this place. One of them touched me balls, or rubbed his hand on me balls a couple of weeks ago. His name is Stephen, but I never said that. And then yesterday, him and another old guy stood behind me, and to give him the seat to sit next to an old lady, and when he stood up, the old guy touched me balls. So I had to wash my balls when I'm walking past them in here, because they're gropers. But there's no cameras in here, so I wonder how many people have actually came in here and just disappeared into the mental health institutions. Because you know, if they go in the mental health institutions, and you say anything back to them, they jab you up with this thing and they put you on 2 to 1 and you fall asleep for 3 days. Now if these are perverts in here, they could be sneaking into the mental health institutions for the bunk up. Because one guy told me that his mates were getting rolled in the mental health institutions, that they jabbed them up, and all the people in the mental health institutions are foreigners. So there's there's hundreds of British soldiers in the mental health institutions. Now you have people coming from abroad that they're after being fighting against in conflict. They get into the mental health institutions temping and get up on the British soldiers. That's not on the Irish soldiers that end up in mental health institutions because they're traumatised. They're getting up on them, they're riding them after they go into the mental health institution. Look, I'm gonna pause this now, and I'm gonna go in and show you one of the guys. I'll see what happens when I get in here. If I get in, and if I get out. If I get away, how to get more, I get gonna get. How you doing, bro? Alright? How many showers is there?
Yes, there is space.
Oh, lovely. No cameras in this place. Who's Frankenstein?
I've got 8 here. Okay, so you would like to talk.
Is there any space, Stephen, for me to have a shower?
your name down like normal?
Oh, we put my name down yesterday. And
Yeah, you have to put your name down every day.
and some fella tried to interview me about mental health issues. Do you know what about that?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Because, do you remember when we first came here, I tried to volunteer? And he said there was no room for volunteers. That's not...
It's still the case, I'm afraid. We have a massive list.
Who called the guy in?
Sorry, Neil, do you want to shout?
Yes, please. Who called the man in to say that I might have had some mental health issues or something?
No, he just calls in every now and again.
He said that I remember
It's
the
routine.
staff says that he noticed some strange behaviour around me.
Okay.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said to me, yeah.
I don't know. Tina, can you help me out here?
Yeah. Well, we do.
Did anybody mention that I had some mental or some behaviour that was strange? Did they touch anybody? Did I sexually assault anybody? Was I singing? Is that what it was?
Spoke about
Was it because I was singing?
I wonder what. You're a singer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that considered strange
Do you
behaviour?
remember when I was in the office and you said you wanted to see me because you felt you had mental health problems?
No, I never said I had mental health problems. That's not what I said at all.
Okay, maybe there. But
I'm not going to speak to you anymore, okay? Because that's just not what I said. And it's
not to me. Somebody
No,
remember
I
stuff.
never said I had mental health problems. That's who's the person that said it? Who's my accuser? Are you my accuser? Are you accusing me?
No, we don't do anything.
But also, Neil,
Look, we get a lot of people coming in to check on all the clients. That there was no,
Yeah, but I never came here as a client, I came here as a volunteer. Because I have a house and I'm not mentally ill and all that.
we always have like the outreach workers or mental health teams that they come
Yeah.
and check that if
Did
everybody
you
needs
see the
some
form
help.
that I signed the other day? And I put a line, straight line, so
I
I'm
didn't
non-applicable.
see it
we've not seen it.
Everything's by consent.
I
'Cause
think
this
you
is-
probably spoke to the
Is
nurse
this
and
a
you're
Catholic
talking
church?
about
Is
this
this the Catholic
nurse.
church's place?
This form.
This is owned by the Catholic Church's place, isn't it? The
No,
Roman Catholic
It's
Church.
not owned by
Next-
anybody.
Next door is
No,
the
it's
Roman
not owned by
Church, isn't it?
anybody.
Oh, do you rent
No,
it from?
no, we're non-denominational. We don't belong to any church.
I suggest you put some surveillance cameras in here in case
So, but we
anybody-
do work with the mental health teams and the nurses.
And they visit us on occasion.
You know what the
Yeah.
mental health people say, that 1 in every 3 people is mentally ill. So anybody that goes to court and is convicted of a mental health issue was convicted by someone who themselves, according to the mental health people, is mentally ill.
But do you live somewhere then? Because do
I
you need
live with
help with
someone,
the
yeah.
outreach? Okay.
Did you know that certain sexual behaviours were considered mental illness back in the day? But now it's only because they stopped persecuting these people. And now these people are going around the poor persecuting the poor. It's in the Bible. Have you ever heard about it? That's why you should read your Bible. Okay, thanks.
All right, Neil.
So what I'd say is be on your guard with people like this, especially if you're poor and vulnerable and you've been thrown out on the streets by the council. They'll hound you until they get you into a vulnerable position, or they can put you in a mental institution and pump you full of sorcerers, drugs. To get back to what they do, if they take all these 10 people in from abroad, loads of foreigners, you know what I mean, and they have the wicked way with the vulnerable, they sexually assault them and all. I know loads of people that were in mental health institutions and they were jabbed in the arse, and the stuff they give them puts them out for 2 days. And then when all the other people that are asleep in the beds, they get in and you can't feel their legs apparently from the waist down, which is convenient if someone's going to rape you and get up on your ass. You'll wake up the next day, you'll have to be fucked by every pervert in the whole place. They could even bring their friend. One fella was telling me that this doctor used to come in to the hospital where he was. He was a Muslim doctor with a big beard on him, and he brought in his gimp nurse, his personal nurse. She wore leather, and she came in just as a leather bondage queen, and they dished out all the drugs and all. And then